Hi everyone, it's your boy Ricky here with LDRS. We are going to be making a card using some of their products today. Here I am just showing you some of the cardstock we're going to be using. We're going to be using some paper from the One Fine Day paper pack from LDRS. We are also going to be using the lovely peony cluster along with the wood grain background stamp and then also the special occasions stamp set and matching die set. So let's go ahead and get started. Now, the first thing we're going to do is go ahead and get this background stamped on uh, the brown cardstock here, or the I think this might be Desert Nina Storm, I believe that's what it's called. Don't quote me on that. But what we're going to do is, or you could just call it craft paper, I guess. Now I'm going to use some brown ink here, and I'm just going to ink up this stamp really good so that we can get that stamped over onto the craft cardstock here. And basically I'm just trying to make it look like it's a panel of wood, which I think this worked out pretty good here. We are going to get this in place here and stamp it down. We're going to rub it down really good so that we'll get a good impression on this. Now that we have that done, we're going to go ahead and use the lovely peony die set here. And I am going to cut this out actually 3 times out of some Nina Storm, or Nina, not Nina Storm, Nina Solar Classic White 80 pound. And I'm actually going to cut that out 3 times out of this paper. And the reason I cut it out so many times is because I'm going to be stacking this on top of one another to add some dimension to our project. And I did this because the lines on this die are really thin and I really couldn't use craft foam for this. So that's why I decided to go ahead and stack 3 up on one another. And I'm just going to use some glue here. I'm going to put some glue on pretty much every part of this die cut. And then once that is done, I'm going to go ahead and take one of the other pieces and just stack it on top. It's as simple as that. This is not hard. Anyone could actually do this. You're just going to get it even onto the other pieces of the cardstock by moving it around because you are using liquid glue. Now that we have all 3 of those stacked together on into one big piece, I'm going to go ahead and get the glue on the back of this final piece here. And it's going to be all along the flower because we want to make sure that it actually sticks to the cardstock that it's going to and nothing comes up from it. So I'm going to go ahead and get all the glue all over the place, and then I'm going to go ahead and place that down onto this rainbow cardstock. I'm going to do this carefully so that I don't get glue all over the paper. And I'm just going to position it so that pretty much every color is represented in this die cut. And there we have it. It's cut out there. The next thing we're going to do is go ahead and get the sentiment stamped out. And I'm going to be using the happy birthday sentiment. And we are going to be white heat embossing this onto black cardstock. So I'm going to go ahead and prep my black cardstock here with the embossing powder buddy here so that the powder doesn't stick to the paper when we pour it over. I'm going to use some clear ink here so that we could go ahead and get this stamped out onto the black cardstock. And then I'm just going to cut this down a little bit so that I can dip this down into the white powder because I'm lazy and I didn't feel like dumping it out because you guys, I hate the feeling of embossing powder. Cannot do it. The texture drives me insane. So I hate pouring it because I don't like it being all over my desk. All right, we're going to go ahead and cut the sentiment out here. We're just going to run that through the die cutting machine. And there we have it. It's at the very top of the screen. There we go. It's all cut out. Now I am going to cut this peony out using my scissors here. I'm going to fussy cut it out. I'm not going to show you that whole process. But here we are going towards the end here. I'm just cutting out each little piece here all the way around until it's completely cut out. And I tend to put the scissors under the die cut a little bit just so that the pattern paper won't stick out. we're going to go ahead and glue the panel down onto the card base, which is a 110-pound Nina Solar White cardstock. It's a top folding card. There we go. We're going to go ahead and get that placed down and center it to make sure that it has a good frame around it. Looks pretty good to me. Now we're going to take the peony and we are going to place some foam tape on the back of that to give it a little bit even more dimension onto the card here. I'm going to remove the backing off of the foam tape and go ahead and get this placed onto the card base here. Now I like it like this, but in order for this to fit into an envelope, I had to cut off the edges. You probably wouldn't have to do that if you were giving it to to a person in person, but because you may send this through the mail and you want it to fit in the envelope, I cut off the edges there. Now we're going to go ahead and try to find out exactly where this sentiment is going to go, and this card is complete. I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video. I truly appreciate it. Make sure that you head over to LDRS's website and check out all these products. I will have them linked below. Also, be sure to check out their Facebook page and their Instagram. They have some great stuff over there by the design team. Also, you can find me over on Instagram by searching for Bromero Cards. There, I will also have a link down in the description below. And yeah, this card is complete. I hope you guys enjoy it. I truly liked making this card. It's pretty simple. It's all die cuts basically. So anyway, you guys have a great week. I'll talk to you later. Bye.